From Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network Earl Hutto Studio, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for March 8th, 2019. I'm Jessica Prince.
And I'm Janae Jordan. Thank you for joining us. It is not usual for college students to make trips to Panama City for spring break, but they usually take cars. However, this morning, a group of Troy students started their trip to the beach on foot. Yolanda Allen explains why.
How many people are going to make it to Panama City Beach?
36! That's right. 36 brothers of Alpha Tau Omega began their journey Friday morning to Panama City Beach on foot for a good cause.
We're just walking for Jeep Sullivan's Outdoor Adventure. Basically, it's an organization where, wounded combat veterans, Jeep takes them on these hunting and fishing trips and really just helps them heal spiritually, mentally, just really, kind of get back on their feet and help them recover.
Dr. Jack Hawkins Jr. came out to support the brothers and give them a pep talk before they took off on their trip.
That was good. It's cool to see someone who's a brother talk to us like that and just lift us up, and I know he's going to be praying for us, and I'm excited, and I'm glad we have this much support.
Willoughby gave his intake on why he support the veterans.
I'm walking, just in support of those guys. Obviously, they've given so much, so that we're just able to walk today. A lot of them have given up their right to walk, or their, ability to walk so that we can, do the types of things that we do every single day, so that's why I walk.
The brothers of ATO took some time to prepare for the walk, and now the day is finally here.
I've done 2 practice walks. I've thought about it a whole lot. It's been kind of the mood of our chapter this last few months, just getting ready for Walk Hard, getting everybody hyped up and getting their minds ready to walk.
I could probably be a little more prepared, a little nervous, but hey, I'm as ready as I'm going to get, and I'm ready to get going.
The Brothers of ATO is still accepting donations at this time. You can go to their website by going to ato.crowdchange.co. Yolanda Allen, Troy TrojanVision News.
The group are expected to complete their trip to Panama City on Wednesday afternoon.
While we know how those ATO brothers are spending their spring break, some other Troy students are taking a more traditional approach to their week away from school. Cody Giles hit the campus to find out some of those plans.
Spring break is a week for students to take a break from school before the final half of the semester begins. Each student has something different planned, and most people are ready for some time off.
This first weekend I'm going to go to Georgia, stay in a cabin with a couple of friends in the theater, and then honestly I'm just going to be in Troy, catching up on some homework, rewatching Game of Thrones because the new season comes out.
I'm a member of Alpha Tau Omega fraternity, and for our philanthropy we're walking 128.3 miles to Panama City Beach.
I'm just going to go home, visit some family, just relax from the stress of college, stuff like that.
My plans are to go to Miami and drink as much as I can because I don't have to come back to school to test.
I'm going to go down to Panama City a little bit, a few days, and just turn up.
Though the plans varied from person to person, most people warned of the dangers that could lie ahead and extended a word of advice to their fellow classmates.
Don't get in the car with people who already been drinking, you know what I'm saying? Uber is cheaper than a car accident,
Just be careful, watch what you're doing. Make sure you're with friends, don't do anything alone.
Be aware of your surroundings and be aware of your neighbor and maybe show a little bit more compassion to your neighbor than you normally would.
Wear some sunscreen, usually in a warm place. Have fun.
Just have fun, take a rest, and let that rest fuel you for the home stretch when we come back.
Stay safe, make good decisions.
Don't do anything that's overly stupid, is what I'd like to say.
If you go down to Panama City Beach, drive, don't walk.
Cody Giles, Troy TrojanVision News.
Troy spring break starts after class today and will run through Sunday, March 17th. Troy Johnson Center for the Arts is home to a new exhibit that focuses on photography.
Ashley Brown gives us a look at the exhibit currently on display in the center's lower galleries.
Visual surprises hidden in plain sight.
This is Warren Simon's work. He's a Montgomery photographer. He's a prize-winning photographer for his work.
Simon used a fly-on-the-wall strategy to capture his photographs featured in this exhibit.
I love looking at this and thinking Warren is standing right there looking at that scene, and I want to be there, you know.
Simons says he has no preconceived ideas. Instead, he moves quietly, carefully, and slowly, waiting for those surprises hidden in plain sight.
He describes it as he moves around his visual space. Very quietly, very calmly. That means wherever he is with his camera, he's just taking his time, he's moving along, and he waits for surprises.
Simon's exhibit is one of the two featured at the Johnson Center for the Arts.
And so he and Paige White, who is upstairs in the upper level galleries, have had conversations about their work. They think their work blends together beautifully. Both of them say they're calm and reflective.
There will be a reception for the show on March 28th from 6 to 8 p.m. Simons will be there to discuss his works. I'm Ashley Brown, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The Johnson Center for the Arts is located on Walnut Street in downtown Troy. It is open Wednesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 to 3.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Welcome to TrojanVision Sports. I'm Seth Carpenter. The women's basketball team secured the third seed in NetSuite Sunbelt Conference Tournament with a win over Appalachian State Thursday night. Noah Peavy has the highlights.
The Trojan women's basketball team took home a dominant win last night at Trojan Arena while also securing a 3 seed in Sunbelt. Head coach Chandra Rigby talks about how proud she is of the win and how returning players helped fuel the team.
I'm really proud of the team. We talk about March being our month, and we're made in March, and I think we're getting better and better in March. A lot of people played a lot better, kind of with the return of Amber Rivers and Michaela Robinson, who we've had other people step up lately. Now it's good to have them back in that mix.
The Trojans played a dominant game off the start, jumping out to an early double-digit lead in the first half, but let it sit back within 10 heading into halftime. The team would come back out of the half and continue playing with dominance as they would control the rest of the game, leading to a final score of 95-66 without trailing a minute within the game. Amber Rivers, who led the Trojans scoring, talks about how much the 3 seed means to the team.
I mean, I know we have to play less games now, so that's a plus. We won't tire our legs out later in the tournament, so yeah, they give us a bigger chance to win the tournament.
Troy next plays Coastal Carolina at Trojan Arena on Saturday. Tip-off is set for 2 p.m. Noah Peavy, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
Even though the women have secured their third seed in the conference tournament, they still have one more game to play in Trojan Arena. And the women will celebrate Senior Day on Saturday when they take on Coastal Carolina. Troy will honor Amani Upshaw, Skyland Holmes, and Shatirika O'Neal in a pregame ceremony. First tip for Saturday's game is set for 2 p.m. in Trojan Arena, and it will be broadcast on ESPN Plus and WTBF Radio. And the Troy men's basketball team had to win their last 2 games in order to have a glimmer of hope to get into the Sunbelt Conference Tournament. That glimmer faded against Appalachian State, though. A late first half surge by App State gave the Mountaineers enough momentum to hand Troy a 72-64 loss in Sunbelt Conference men's basketball action on Thursday night. Sophomore Javen Johnson led all scorers with 17 points on 3-5 shooting from deep, alongside 6 rebounds, 2 steals, a pair of assists, and a block. And the Trojans will play their last game of the season Saturday against Coastal Carolina on the road. And that tip is set for 1 p.m. Central and will be broadcast on ESPN Plus and the Troy Sports Radio Network. And the Trojan softball team is set to open conference play at home as the ULM Warhawks will travel into town for a 3-game series starting this afternoon at the Troy Softball Complex. Troy is looking to bounce back after their midweek loss to Sanford on Wednesday afternoon, and today's games will be a doubleheader with the first game scheduled for 4 p.m. and the second game will be around 6 p.m. after the first game. And the finale of the series will be Saturday at 1 p.m. And in its last non-conference weekend series of the season, Troy baseball will face off with in-state rival North Alabama in a 3-game set at Riddle Pace Field starting Friday night. Troy is looking to get back in the win column after dropping 2 straight, including a midweek loss to number 21 Tennessee at the Hoover Met Tuesday night. And the game times for North Alabama are currently scheduled for 6 p.m. in the opener, 4 p.m. on Saturday, and 1 p.m. in Sunday's final game. But the games on Saturday and Sunday are subject to change due to the threat of severe weather. To keep up with the updates and to see if the game times get changed, you can check on TroyTrojans.com. The games will also be broadcast on WTBF Radio. And so Jessica and Janae, just reminding folks of the severe weather coming in this weekend and that the game times are subject to change.
We'll definitely keep an eye out on the website for any change in schedule.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out on the weather just to hope that it passes through all right.
For sure. Thank you.